Hello, and thank you for joining us. I am Erin Lewis, founder of the Dream Queen Association, and I'm joined here today by Fontella Moody, Bonnie Ortiz, and Julie Hammond, who are going to pop in a little bit later. We want to first thank you for taking time out of your day to find out more about the Gals Lead Certified Facilitator program and all the offerings that we have. Today we're going to go through a couple of things. One, who we are, why we do what we do, what the Gals Lead program is, how you can support and find a role in that, and what the next steps are if you're interested in getting started. So first off, we're a group of positive, passionate, purpose-filled women who come together to support one another to live our dreams. If this is the first time that you're hearing about us, we invite you to come out to any of our networking events or retreats that are happening in the local area. If you're somebody that has found your way to us through one of these groups, we want to thank you and the leaders that are leading those areas. So we believe firmly that when we as women align our careers with passion and purpose, embrace authenticity and transparency in positions of power and influence, and replace greed and corruption with heart and soul, then the future is really bright. Our foundation has a vision of impacting the world and creating it so that all women and girls have the knowledge and support they need to step into positions of leadership and bring their whole selves to impacting the world, making it a more positive, peaceful, and joy-filled place. We have a lot of program offerings that you can check out on our website. But we live by a code of conduct, and that code of conduct has 5 parts. Be positive. What you focus on grows. Make sure that your focus creates positive impact. We never feel like it's our role to criticize, complain, or condemn other people. Number 2, we're passionate. We love sharing from our heart and souls. We believe in positive energy being contagious and loving what you do and why you do it. We are purpose-filled, being authentic and transparent in all you do, finding great fulfillment in giving and receiving is a pillar of the women that are part of our community. We are committed to keeping our promises, to doing what we say we'll do. We're a take action kind of group and take a lot of pride in that. We don't judge. I think one of the things that makes the Dream Queen Association really unique is that you never have to worry about being judged when you walk through the door. We believe in an open heart and a forgiving spirit, and everything else gets taken care of. So it poses the question, why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? And, you know, there's what I call the 5 Ds that need to change in our country. I mean, I think you can see from the images, if you're plugged into the webinar here, that there's a lot of division, destruction, disillusion, disenfranchisement, and dissonance in our country, and they're just not working. Currently, women in the United States are 50% of the workforce, of which 36% are entrepreneurs, 20% play a role in Congress, and only 4% are CEOs. Anybody who has been in the workforce knows that it takes an army of women, and I firmly believe that when we partner with our guys to bring a balance to the leadership spectrum that's out there, we end up having a huge opportunity to influence in a positive way. As far as our impact with teenage girls, on the left-hand side, you can see 90% of 4th through 8th graders reported being victims of bullying. I'm sure, like many of you, you've had experiences that weren't necessarily so pleasant, that didn't increase your confidence or make you feel as connected as you'd like to be to the greater community, and we really want to change that for girls. In addition, there was an interesting study done by the Gallup organization recently that said that 96% of college and university chief academic officers said they were extremely or somewhat confident in their institution's ability to prepare students for success in the workforce. When that was coupled with what business leaders thought, that number was 11%, which creates a huge chasm in terms of our readiness, our workforce development and readiness to engage in careers and opportunities that may exist in the future. And so the Gals Lead program is a program designed to help career and leadership development through a mentoring system. And why did we select mentoring? For a lot of reasons, but many women who have ended up in successful careers attribute a lot of their success to mentorship. It's a time-proven strategy to help young people achieve their potential. And so we have been able to do that by creating what we call the 4 pillars of success. Number 1 is knowing yourself. Number 2 is dreaming big. Number 3 is overcoming obstacles. And number 4 is taking action. And through our program, teenage girls in middle and high school have an opportunity to connect with women from the community, women who come in on a weekly basis, and share their stories of success, inspire the girls to go for their big dreams, and almost as importantly, share with them what's possible down the road in terms of careers and how the different paths to success are created. The vision of the mission of the Gals Lead program is to provide teenage girls with a toolbox that teaches them responsibility and the role of leadership, helping them develop a lifelong love for learning, and providing the career and the clarity and confidence needed to create intentional career paths that they love. We believe ones that align with their divine passion and purpose, and ultimately equip them to be part of these 7 cultural spheres of influence that define our world today: government, business, education, religion, family, media, and the arts and entertainment. The Gals Lead Club's first pillar of success, called Know Yourself, incorporates a handful of tools. A lot have to do with leadership and knowing yourself, understanding how emotions tie in and how to respond, or really not always respond to those emotions, but understand where you are there. We talk about mindset and words, and what you put in and what you get out of your brain makes a huge impact. We talk a lot about impacting the world, and the girls have a huge opportunity to see other people who have made a significant impact, whether it be just in their immediate families or in their greater community or the world at large. The girls have an opportunity to discover their zone of genius, where they get to go through identification of their skills, their talents, their unique abilities, where they most want to make an impact and a difference in the world. We talk about values, and they have an opportunity to learn about celebrating themselves and their many accomplishments through celebration books. The second pillar of Gals Lead is dreaming big, and that is where they have an opportunity to put together vision boards, or we do vision books if it's in a school. They learn about being phenomenal and sort of the attitude of greatness and what that takes and what it encompasses. They learn about gratitude as a great expander for bringing more into your life than you could without that one very powerful tool. The girls learn about the law of attraction and the cycle of success, and how thoughts help determine feelings, which determine the actions that you'll take, which end up getting you the results that you have in life. And so we really work through that process with them. Pillar 3 is all about overcoming obstacles and being unstoppable. We talk about the different obstacles that are out there, internal and external. We talk about stories, and in particular the difference between the facts of what happened and the story we create around the facts that happened, and how those can either create a more successful life or limit the success that we have in life. And we break those barriers down. We talk about affirmations, healthy boundaries, and they learn how to have courageous conversations, making powerful acknowledgments and requests of friends, family, adults, teachers, even on college applications or job interviews. And they learn the importance of trusting themselves and learning how to make great decisions. The final pillar of success, Take Action, talks about goal setting. We have an exercise that we call the Roots and Branches exercise, where the girls have an opportunity to understand what gives them immense joy and, sets them out on this path to flight, if you will, really being the branches, and then what grounds them, what brings them back to reality, what gets them moving again, and then how that incorporates into being in the flow of life and divine timing, and just trusting the journey and the process of life, not being so stressed out by it, which we know so many of our young people experience, especially in middle and high school, the stress of figuring out what classes to pick, what colleges to do, what are they going to do after school. So all of these tools become a huge piece in helping girls to develop their confidence, their connections with others, and their ultimately career paths. As part of the Gals Lead program, we do a couple of fun activities throughout the program. One of the key ones is having guest speakers from the community come in and share their experiences, share their path to success. We have daily or weekly inspiration when we meet in the program. There's videos, there's music, there's opportunities to learn how to be inspired. We do what we call Sister Circle, which is an opportunity to go around the table and learn what's going on in everybody's life, what's their high for the week, what's their low for the week, where do they need support for the week. There's a handful of assessments. Then we always do an end-of-year party or an end of the workshop kind of celebration where the girls earn a certificate of completion, which could be included in resumes or college applications in the future. The Gals Lead program started back in June 2012. I always am asked the question, how and why did you start this organization, Erin? And I will tell you that when I was 20 years old, my sister invited me in to a middle school in Southern Maryland. She was an attendance mentor working with a lot of boys and girls, and so she decided to launch a summer camp one year, and she invited me in to speak on What Not to Wear, that old TLC show called, about how to dress for success, basically. And the long and short is I prepared a totally different presentation called How to Overcoming Obstacles, and the essence of the message was it doesn't matter where you come from in life, it's where you're going in life. And I've always been a firm believer and a big believer in looking ahead, healing the past and healing the traumas that you may have experienced, but ultimately the life you create and love and live will be based on what you see in the future and what you create moving forward. And so that day planted a seed for me, which took about 10 years to grow and develop. And we introduced the first Gals Lead weekend experience in March of 2013. Since then, we've held 5 different weekend experiences, and more are happening every day. We partnered with a high school to pilot a program, which we call the club version of Gals Lead, which is a week in, week out commitment to going in and working with the girls through the 30-week curriculum that's been created. In addition, for those of you who have come to us through our networking events, many of you know that we've had over 700 women attend. We grew from one networking event, 12 women meeting monthly, to over 4 locations, and those are all growing. We've had 250 teen girls successfully go through the program, and we've been grateful to receive grants from State Farm over the last 2 years to fund the expansion and a lot of the work that we're doing to bring more of this program to more schools. We just firmly believe that when more girls get acquainted with this information, the more powerful they're going to be in their lives. We've had a lot of founding sponsors over the years, a lot of women that have come in and helped support us. And now, the question is probably, how do you get involved? And we really think there are 3 ways. There's treasure, the money that is required in order to get started, and I'll briefly share with you in a moment what that is. And then time and talent, which is where we're going to spend the rest of the time. So the question always comes up, how much does it cost to send a girl through the program, whether it's a 2 or 3 day weekend experience or it's an 8-month long program. The teenage girls, the cost of all of the materials, the food, sometimes the venue, if we're doing it in a weekend experience, it rounds out to be about $200 to send a girl through the program. We average about 25 girls in each program, which is about $5,000 to put one of these on. And so we have a supporting member program for as little as $10 a month. You can become a queen of knowing yourself and get started in supporting 50% of a girl's program materials. And then we have, of course, the other varying levels: Dreaming Big, $25 monthly, Queen of Overcoming Obstacles is $50 monthly, and Queen of Taking Action is $100 monthly. And if you go to our website, yourdreamqueen.com, and to the donate page, you'll find all of the benefits that you receive and the breakdown of how those costs are shared along the programs. Now, the time and talent, which is, I think, pretty much why you would have chimed in at this point, is really there's 3 key integral roles in order to make a Gals Lead program work, and that is, 1, having a mentor or a facilitator. There's 2 roles under that female mentor category, which we'll go into a little bit deeper here in a moment. But it requires partnership with an organization, whether it's marketing to get kids into the weekend experience, or you're going to establish a program inside of a school or a church or another organization. It requires a partner organization. And so the avenues are unlimited in terms of who we've partnered with. And then, of course, it requires the students and their participation. We don't normally have a lot of pushback with getting the students involved. Our challenge has always been in getting the women who have the time that want to give back to the community. And those 2 roles are really as a Gals Lead certified facilitator and then a Gals Lead guest speaker. And to clarify, the Gals Lead is delivered in 2 different ways: through the club program, which is an 8-month curriculum delivered either weekly or biweekly, dependent upon the facilitator's schedule, and generally runs the 3rd week of September through the 3rd week of May, right after the kids get started and right before they graduate. And the second option is a weekend experience. If you're wanting to just get started and just get involved and something hasn't been established, perhaps a weekend experience is a great way to get going, because that happens over 2 days versus the whole 8 months. But both are needed and both are working. So that first role we were talking about was one as a Gals Lead facilitator, and the time commitment varies based on your schedule and your availability. It requires certification, which we'll get into in just a little bit. And the second role is as a Gals Lead mentor, and that one is really for any woman who desires to share her story with the girls. It is generally 1 hour time commitment, fitting into the schedule, requires public speaking or prior mentor experience is ideal, or some level of success. That we want positive role models that are going to be sharing with the girls from a place of experience and having done what they're sharing. So an application is required, and all those details can be found on the website, yourdreamqueen.com. So there's a few things that we commit to doing for you as part of our organization. One is supporting the implementation of the program, providing facilitator coaching and support, and you'll get to meet Fontella here in just a few minutes, where she's going to share with you what the program can do for you specifically and how she supports your efforts in launching and developing a long-term Gals Lead program. The third is providing you with a supportive community of women. The Dream Queen Association is growing every day, and women love it. And then we also provide the materials: your guide, the student guides, all your supplies, all your materials. So that is our commitment to you. I'm going to take a moment and introduce you to one of our fabulous and pioneering Gals Lead certified facilitators, Julie Hammond. Julie is a military wife and mother of 2 young children. She graduated from Ball State University with a BS in marketing. She left the workforce in 2009 to de-stress so she could try to start a family, which she did. In 2012, she was introduced to essential oils and found them essential for the health and wellness of her family. In 2016, she founded Natural for Me Too in Southern Maryland, where she educates individuals and families about the importance of essential oils and how they can help heal their families in natural ways. She helps people whose current approach to health and wellness is not achieving the results it was supposed to, and are open to a holistic way of doing that. She is a facilitator at Great Mills High School. She's also dedicates her volunteer efforts and time to supporting fundraising efforts in St. Mary's County for the VAW-VRC Memorial Scholarship Fund, a fund that helps children who've lost parents in E-2 or C-2 airplane crashes. So, Julie, we love you to death, and we would love for you to share your experience in being a facilitator at Gals Lead.
Thank you, Erin. I just got back from sharing with the girls, or actually having community with the girls today at Great Mills, so it's great to be on the call. One of the things that I love about being a facilitator there is the opportunity to just create that space, that open space for them to be able to share and have community with one another. So it's been a real, just a beautiful part of being involved in the program. Just getting there every Tuesday and seeing those girls and really just giving them an opportunity to go through the pillars of success and know themselves and dream big and overcome obstacles and take action. So it's been really fun and a privilege to be a part of that. The program has allowed me to kind of get back into the role of being back in the workforce, so to speak, and it's fulfilled that void for me that's been gone for a while since being home with my kids. So I love that I can get back into involvement more into the community. So I love that. And going through the toolbox has been just tremendous, giving me better insight for myself, my professional development, my family, empowering the girls, empowering myself. So I know that I'm helping to create a better space just for our future in general. And the girls take the knowledge that they learn from the curriculum and they're applying it daily into their lives. So it's been a real journey.
Well, I know they appreciate and love you, Julie, and it's really something special that's being created there. It's an opportunity, I think, unlike many within their school day to be able to connect and learn more. And what I think has been fascinating, at least through our study at Great Mills, is that all of the kids have had an increase in confidence. They've had an increase in grades, reduction in tardiness, and reduction in absenteeism in school, which are all key parameters that I know educators are looking at. And it's, I think, because they're engaged. They've recommitted to why they're in school and have an understanding of how their classes can apply to the real world and potential future careers. And, they understand that while some of it may not be applicable, that's part of the journey and part of the process, and they learn that through you and the guest speakers that you have in. So, Julie, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Next, we have Fontella Moody, and so Fontella and I worked to create this curriculum together, and she is currently the facilitator coach for all of the certified facilitators in the organization, and she leads the live certified training. Fontella has been a State Farm agency owner since 2006. The foundation of her agency is helping her clients protect their paychecks from unexpected illnesses, long-term disabilities, lawsuits, and premature death. Fontella and her team help their clients to accumulate wealth, become super savers, and realize their dreams. Fontella graduated from UMUC with a BS in Management Studies and has completed the Long-Term Care Professional, Financial Services Certified Professional, and the Retirement Income Certified Professional designations. She's the past president of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors of Southern Maryland, past board member of the Charles County Chamber of Commerce and the Indian Head Center for the Arts. She is a member of the Gamma Phi Delta sorority and attends Mount Enon Baptist Church in Clinton. She's also founder of Ladies Leaving a Legacy and focuses on helping women create and execute on a plan to protect their families and leave a financial legacy. She's author of Lean In and Let Go, A Women's Guide to Creating a Life You Love, and the Lean In and Let Go Vision Board Workshop, where she empowers women to take control of their lives and lean powerfully into their ideal future. She's the proud mama of Christina and Elliot and has 2 beautiful grandchildren, Chloe and Damon. And based on that alone, I feel so honored, Fontella, to have you as part of our team, and would love for you to share your role and everything that you have going on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Erin. Well, my role really is to support the coaches. And the way that I do that is the coaches commit, the facilitators commit to a weekly call where they share their experience from the previous week, and then we talk about the upcoming lesson. They talk about what guest speakers they have planned to come. We talk through the video lineup, if there is a video for that day. But most importantly, I am there to help support the coaches so that if they come on that first Tuesday or whatever day of the week that they decide to host their Gals Lead Club, that from that first Tuesday to the very end of the school year that they're supported. And what is wonderful from my perspective in supporting the facilitators is it really doesn't matter what level of skill set you bring. It's really just coming with an open heart and coming with a mindset that's open where you really want to get as much from the program as you give to the program. Because as the facilitator, you're going to be a different woman once you get completely through the program, just through your leadership that you provide in the classroom with the girls and walking yourself through the facilitator guide, because it's so practical and it's timeless. It works for the girls, and then the tools also work for the facilitator coaches as well. So we have some promises. We know that through the program, the facilitators are going to have some skills that get sharpened and some areas that get developed. And here is a list of what we are promising you will get from the program. It's you're going to master the skill of inspiring and touching girls so that the girls will take action. You're going to be able to deliver your story in a way that's powerful and impactful. You're going to increase your ability to influence others, sharpen your communication skills, develop your skill as a coach, mentor, and be able to empower other people. Experience the joy of seeing the girls transform as they go through the program. You're going to be able to take command of the room. So you're going to be able to get the people in the room to do what you want them to do through your leadership. You're going to be able to hold sacred space for the girls, and you're going to connect and be fully present with each of the women and the girls that you're either networking with at the networking events or that you're leading through the club program. You're going to get to learn about teen girl development, and you're going to integrate the 4 pillars of success in your own life so that way when you're coaching the girls and facilitating the program, you're able to be transparent and authentic in the classroom and share from your own personal experiences.
Awesome, Fontella. Thank you so much, and we thank you so much for all the support that you provide to all the facilitators out there launching Gals League Clubs, and thank you. Right now I'm going to introduce you to Bonnie Ortiz, who has been a true godsend for me. I'm incredibly visionary and conceptual and very big picture. Bonnie, on the other hand, is extremely detailed, very operations-oriented. She's an incredible woman. She's been recognized as an expert at managing projects, assessing organizational processes, and developing leaders. Since 2009, Bonnie's helped the Partnership Federal Credit Union bring value to its community by focusing on her passion for people, processes, and projects with the goal of making a difference. Bonnie was honored with the 2015 Credit Union Times IT Executive of the Year Trailblazer Award and the 2014 Credit Union Magazine Rockstar Award for her innovative approach to business technology. Bonnie is a University of Pittsburgh graduate and completed both the federal and commercial project management programs at George Washington University. In her spare time, you can find Bonnie applying her passions for people, processes, and projects in ways that make a difference. She currently serves as co-chair to the Global Women's Leadership Network DC Sister Society, is the Commodore of the Herring Bay Yacht Club, and gives her time and expertise to cultivating the next generation of leaders. Welcome, Bonnie.
Thanks so much, Erin.
So you're going to share with us a little bit about how you support the launch of the program and everything on the operations side.
Happy to. As Erin said, every good executive director and every successful association needs a rock-solid operational infrastructure. And so my role in the organization is to ensure that everyone who is a part of the association and has a piece of the work to do has everything they need, whether that starts with the foundation of systems and materials and support in virtual training, in your program partner coordination, or as you're launching the program. That's what I'm here to do. So as an example, for the virtual training, I will be helping you to understand the charter. I will ensure that you have all the materials that you need. I will make absolutely certain that you know where to go and what time to be there and just all of the event coordination. As you move on to partnering with your schools or communities or churches to establish a program, if that's what you choose to do, then I will be there to support you in terms of outreach to the people that will be helpful for you in setting these programs up, whether that is by phone, through a PowerPoint presentation that we can deliver together, or through email and other forms of communication. Once you've launched your program, then I will provide for you a fully detailed roadmap of all the tasks that have to be done within that 30-week period so that you don't have to worry that you're out there alone and not knowing what to do next. Along with Fontella, we will sort of bookend you to make sure that you have everything you need. And then as you continue, as Julie has, I will continue to work with you, and you can reach out to me at any time to ask for assistance, something specific that you might need, and I will absolutely make sure that I have time for you and make sure that you get heard and that you get the support that you require.
Awesome, Bonnie. I wanted to put this slide up here, your commitment to us, and this is really what you have just discussed from the getting started to launching a program to actually executing the program, all the various pieces. And you cover this in detail during the virtual training, which is part of the next steps. So if you're listening to the call and you're interested, you're excited about what the next step looks like, we invite you to join us on an upcoming interest call. You can find all of the dates for the upcoming interest calls on the website, where you can get all your questions answered. You and I will connect with anybody else around the country who may be interested in launching this program. And then if after that you're still wanting to engage and move to the next step, it requires a two-part training. The first one is the virtual training that Bonnie mentioned, where we will share, we give you the full curriculum, the full student workbook, the charter, all the project plans, resources, marketing and communication materials, and introduce you to the community of facilitators for the Gals Lead program. And the second part of the training is a live full day with Fontella, where you will discover the fundamentals of heart-centered leadership, powerful behaviors for leading and facilitating, how to operate at the group level and lead in a powerful way, and dive deeper into some of the really transformative tools inside of the Gals Lead toolbox. So if you know that you are ready to get started and move to the next step, you can jump right into the virtual training and live training. Again, all the details are on yourdreamqueen.com under the Gals Lead Facilitator Academy. And we look forward to seeing you via the phone or meeting you in person here soon and getting all of your questions answered, and hopefully having you join us on the mission of impacting teen girls across the country so that they can step into positions of leadership fully confident in their ability to lead from a heart-centered approach in partnership with our guys and make this world a more joyful, happy, positive place to be. Thank you for tuning in today. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.